Hello, and welcome to our channel, Top 10s You Should Know. Today, we're diving into something mind-blowing, the striking similarities between ancient Rome and modern America. Yep, you heard that right. Two great superpowers, separated by thousands of years, yet eerily similar in so many ways. From politics and military dominance to entertainment and wealth gaps, history may be repeating itself in ways we never even realized. So get comfortable, grab a snack, and let's jump right in. Both are global superpowers. Now, let's start with the obvious one, superpower status. Rome was the undisputed ruler of the ancient world. With its massive military, unmatched economy, and vast influence, it controlled regions stretching from Britain to the Middle East. Sounds familiar? Just like Rome, America is a global giant today. With the strongest military, a dominant economy, and cultural influence across the world, the US holds a similar role in modern times. But here's the question. Will America hold on to its dominance, or will history repeat itself? 2. Both had a strong military presence worldwide. Rome was known for its mighty legions. They were stationed everywhere. If there was trouble, you bet Roman soldiers were right there handling business. Fast forward to today, America has military bases in over 70 countries. From Europe to Asia, the US is a global military powerhouse, just like Rome was in its prime. But here's the thing, maintaining a vast military is expensive. It drained Rome's economy, and some say the same thing might be happening to America. What do you think? Is history repeating itself? Power 3. Massive wealth gaps between rich and poor. All right, let's talk about money, or rather, the lack of it for most people. In ancient Rome, the rich lived in luxury, huge villas, endless feasts, servants at their command. Meanwhile, the poor, they lived in tiny, overcrowded apartments with barely enough to survive. Doesn't this sound exactly like the modern wealth gap? Today, billionaires in America own more wealth than the bottom half of the population combined. Just like Rome, where a handful of elites controlled everything while the majority struggled to get by. Is this sustainable, or are we heading down the same road as Rome? Or 4. Political corruption and power struggles. Let's be real. Rome's politics were a mess. Bribery, backstabbing, power struggles. Senators were more focused on their own gain than the people they represented. Fast forward to today, modern politics isn't much different. Corruption, money in politics, and leaders who seem to care more about power than the public. Sounds all too familiar, right? Rome's corruption weakened its leadership and eventually led to its downfall. Could the same thing happen to the US? 5. Expanding borders and immigration tensions. Rome constantly expanded its borders, bringing in new people, cultures, and of course, challenges. Immigrants and conquered people wanted Roman citizenship, but the government often resisted, causing major tensions. Now look at America. Immigration is one of the most debated issues today. Who should get in? Who should be allowed to stay? Just like Rome, America struggles with integrating new people into society, and history tells us this kind of struggle can make or break an empire. 6. Bread and circuses, entertainment over real issues. Rome kept its people distracted with massive gladiator fights, chariot races, and endless entertainment. As long as the people had bread and circuses, they didn't question the bigger issues like government corruption or economic problems. Now think about today. Social media, reality TV, sports, celebrity gossip, it's everywhere. Are we being distracted just like the Romans were? 7. Overstretching resources. Rome conquered more land than it could handle. Maintaining roads, cities, and military bases became a massive burden. America, trillions in debt. Trillions in debt. Increasing global commitments, aging infrastructure. At some point, doesn't it all become too much to sustain? 8. Cultural influence across the world. Rome's architecture, laws, and language shaped the world for centuries. Now think about America. Hollywood, technology, fast food, democracy, it's everywhere. America, just like Rome, shapes global culture. But will that influence last forever? 9. Rising internal divisions. Rome wasn't just invaded from the outside. Internal divisions weakened it. Political infighting, class struggles, and civil wars tore it apart. America is seeing similar divisions today. Politics is more polarized than ever, protests are increasing, and people feel more divided than united. Could history be repeating itself? Part 10. Dependence on foreign goods and labor. Rome relied heavily on imports, especially grain from Egypt. When those supply chains broke down, Rome struggled. America today? Manufacturing has moved overseas, and supply chain issues have become a major problem. If a crisis happens, would America be able to sustain itself? 11. Love for luxurious lifestyles. Romans loved luxury. Gold, exotic foods, extravagant parties. Sound familiar? In America, the pursuit of wealth, fame, and luxury is stronger than ever. But does this lead to long-term success, or is it just a distraction from deeper problems? 12. Declining morality and civic responsibility. Romans once valued honor, duty, and discipline, but over time, decadence took over. Many historians say the loss of core values contributed to Rome's downfall. Now, in America, many argue that traditional values are fading. Could this be a warning sign? Verse 13. Political scandals and unrest. Rome had its fair share of corrupt leaders, assassinations, and betrayals. Today, scandals and controversies dominate headlines in America. If history teaches us anything, it's that unstable leadership weakens a nation. 14. Rising crime and law enforcement challenges. Rome had serious crime issues in its later years. Gangs roamed the streets, and law enforcement was struggling. America? Rising crime, debates over policing, and public safety concerns. The more unstable a society becomes, the harder it is to maintain order. 15. A warning from history. So what can we learn from Rome? Rome was powerful, wealthy, and influential, yet it still fell. Are we heading in the same direction, or can we learn from history and make a different choice? Wow, this was a wild comparison. So what do you think? Is America following in Rome's footsteps, or is history not repeating itself? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating videos. Until next time, stay curious.